Welcome to The Friend I Wish I Had, the show that was made for listeners everywhere, looking for some company in the uncertainty of this thing called life. You will hear stories of personal events, lived experiences, and resilience. Stories that remind you that you are not alone. When you feel there is no one to talk to, you will find a story to hold on to, like the friend you wish you had. I am your host, Sandy Falcon, and I am honored to be the friend I wish I had. Let's begin. Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is the introduction to The Friend I Wish I Had. I'll give you a little bit of backstory, just so we can get acquainted. I'm going to start with a little bit about myself and the reason this podcast came to be. I'm Sandy Falcon, a 40-year-old mother to 4 children. My kids range in ages from 18 to 6 years old. I have 3 sons and 1 daughter. I'm currently a master's student in the social justice program. I have 2 bachelor's degrees, one in criminology and the other in political science. I'm also an honors law clerk graduate. Sounds fancy, right? Almost like I got my shit together. Ha! Surprise. I have a lot of shit that wasn't together. Let me begin. My 2 eldest sons have intellectual disabilities, MID, mild intellectual disability. My daughter may be dyslexic. I have been divorced twice, and I'm currently in my 3rd marriage. I have moved more times than I can count. I've been on welfare. I have sustained emotional abuse that I am surprised I managed to move forward from. And I was an addict. 17 years of addiction and 7 years clean. Far from having my life in order. This show was a way for me to connect with listeners, the same way I connected with podcasts, YouTube videos, and talk shows. In the days of my addiction, when I kept it hidden from everyone, I felt ashamed. I found companionship in listening to other people talk. That common thread in the stories of addicts, but also the voice of reason and hope when I listened to pastors speak. The unforgettable and never so inspiring messages from Oprah, amongst Dr. Phil and Ellen. They were the little bits of hope I held on to. I was afraid to talk to my friends about what I was doing to myself. Judgment made sure I isolated and kept my mouth shut. I begged to have friends that would never judge me and someone who would understand me. I didn't want advice. I wanted someone to say, I get it. I've been there. You're not a bad person. I love you and I won't ever leave you. That was what I wanted. That was what I needed. But I was afraid to tell anyone. So instead, I held on to my podcast friends, my TV host friends, my YouTube friends. After all, they couldn't see me, and more importantly, they couldn't judge me. They were always there when I needed company. These are the reasons I decided to pursue this idea. I'm going to be there for you. I will be here in the show, and you will hear my stories. No judgment, just me. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and on my website, The Friend I Wish I Had. A few disclaimers. I am not a podcaster. I never have been a podcaster, so I'm learning as I go along. I hope that you all have patience with me and continue to follow the podcast and tune in week after week to hear what I have to say. I'm sure you'll find something that is fitting to your life at the moment. A reminder, I'll be sharing my stories from my life, events that I have gone through, and things that I have felt during those moments in time. At no particular moment in time am I trying to be a psychologist nor a counselor and tell you what to do with your life. I simply want to make sure that I am here and that you can possibly hear a story that you've heard before. Something that reminds you that you're not alone. Because trust me, there's probably someone in the world that is going through something very similar to what you are. I want to hear from you too. So feel free to message me on Facebook, Instagram, or at my website. Let me know what you want to talk about, or if you have any questions you want me to answer. I'm confident that in all of the stories that you will hear from me, you will find something that is close to your heart, something that you can connect to, because I've been through so many different things. Like I said, it looks like I have everything in order now, but I have lived an entire life of disasters, messes, and situations that you would be surprised that I have gone through and am still here to talk about. I intend to keep these short and sweet so that you have enough time to listen to these in between diaper changes or after a shower, maybe on a quick run or a walk. If you happen to have more time, you will be able to listen to them on longer drives or on short drives from home to school or home to work. I'm so excited to share all of my stories with you so that I can be, to you, the friend I wish I had. Enjoy. Well, that's all for today's episode of The Friend I Wish I Had. Thank you for listening. Please join me again so we can continue to keep each other company. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast and don't forget to visit my website and get an extra dose of friendship. Talk to you soon. Bye.